Howdy, y'all. It's your favorite trainer with a belt buckle. Today is a sneak peek into our case examples, part of our nutrition tier. If you want to become a successful personal trainer or nutritionist, read the book. Don't get the precision nutrition, NASM-CPT, all these certs. You waste a lot of money. You don't even get to talk with an actual nutritionist or dietitian. We got them both. I teach the classes, but what you're going to see right here is a sneak peek into a breakdown of intermittent fasting. What is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it magical? Big fat stick? Oh my God! We'll teach you everything. Remember, keep showing up. So let's talk everything intermittent fasting. Is it magical? Does it work? Sure. The question you need to ask is why. You're going to have clients asking you all the time, I'm thinking of doing intermittent fasting. Cool. Let's talk more about that. We got to get into the feelings. We got to ask deeper questions. Don't start naming off the pros and cons right away, getting into the science, because more than likely that person is interested in doing it. So let them talk. What's their thought process behind it? If you start off by saying fasting's dumb, it's not going to work, that client of yours is going to find someone who's going to confirm what they already want to do. So just have a normal conversation. That's the value of having a nutritional consultation with your client, is letting them know it's not with personal training. You don't get this with your online programming. It's a separate service. I'm going to sit down with you for an hour. We're going to take a look at your past history. We're going to go through a food log. I'm going to look at photos. And then we're going to have an in-depth conversation about where you want to go, problems you've had. I'm going to stay in my lane. If there's any red flags, I'm going to refer out to the team RD who you work with. So we work with a great RD, Nutrition by Mel, and if there's any red flags, we know to refer to her. And it makes the client feel a lot more self-assured as well, because it's a team who's helping them. So let's talk about fasting. Why do you want to do it? Oh, because my Russian roommate, she's in amazing shape and she has a six-pack and she fasts, so I'm going to do it. I had that case example before. Not magical. It's not anything that's going to be special. If you stick to it and you're consistent, sure, it can work. The bigger question is going to be, how do you handle hunger? Because you are going to be uncomfortable certain times throughout the day. So let's pretend like the following scenario happens. And I like to paint these photos, these pictures with our clients, because they're going to imagine it. Because most of the time what they're going to do, they're in a good place. They just had a workout or they just talked to someone and now they're going to subscribe to some diet plan. They haven't gone through the hurdles that they're going to see. So you're at work and you're doing the typical 16 and 8. So 16 hours of fasting. They have an 8-hour window of consuming foods. It's 12 o'clock. Betsy brings in some magical cookies a half hour earlier. Your boss was screaming at you, telling you you're a pile of shit because you didn't get the work done. Your self-confidence is low. You go into the break room. Oh, smells amazing. And Becky goes, have one of these homemade donuts, cookies, pastries, whatever. And you go, no, I can't. And then you start sobbing because you just got rear-ended by your boss, not in that way, but he was yelling at you. And so what do? You have a cookie. And now, what do you do next? You have another one. And that one turns to 30, and you went from a fasting to a seafood diet. You're eating everything in sight. And you feel like shit because you broke your promise to yourself. You had zero accountability. And so then you just eat whatever you want, whenever you want. And then 2 months later, you try the next diet. You say, oh, fasting didn't work. It was too challenging. No, it works. Let's look at the math. Number one thing you always need to do, look at the law of thermodynamics. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So the average client that I work with, and this is hard for trainers and nutritionists to take away their biases, put on this veil of ignorance, and put yourself in your client's shoes. The average person is going to have some type of pastry or sandwich or cereal for breakfast, a snack, a lunch, sandwich, chips, soda, a snack, dinner, and then a snack before bed. They're eating 5 to 6 meals per day. 3 bigger ones, 2 or 3 snacks. The average American in the United States, female, weighs 169 pounds. They're consuming 1,800 calories. The average male, 191 pounds, consuming 2,450. So when you break that up between 5 and 6 meals, it's anywhere from 300 to 600 calories per indulgement. And so what happens is when you fast, You don't have breakfast, you don't have a snack, you don't have a lunch. So ready for some math? 7 days in the week. If we have 5 meals with our snacks, 35 meals. So a typical 16 and 8 fast, you don't have any food past 8, you don't eat again until 12 the next day. So you have lunch, you have snack, you have dinner, even if you have another snack right before 8 o'clock, that's 4. So you're taking away anywhere from 5 to as many as 10 meals per week. What did you just do? You created a deficit. Now some sexy words you're gonna hear, autophagy. Oh my God, that sounds so badass. We'll just break it down. Auto, what does auto mean? And phagy. Phagy is the eating away. And so it's a cellular process. When you don't consume, your body's going to break down. It's a catabolic process. If you look at some of the zones throughout the world with the most centennials, a common denominator is they're smaller people and they don't eat as much. There's an Inuit population up in Alaska. A lot of people are living to be 100. They're eating like 80, 90% of their diet in fat. Oh my God, fat's bad for you. You're going to get fat from eating fat. Well, tell them that. What about some cultures in Japan where they have a lot of carbs? You can't have carbs, you will die and get very fat. Oh shit, doesn't work for them. They're saying, oh, I eat a lot of carbs. It's about finding a plan that's consistent for you. So if you like to fast, do it.